Hey there, so today we have the Note 10 Pro. This is from Redmi. This is a 6GB RAM, 128GB of storage device, and there are a bunch of specs. So it comes in 3 different colors. A black, a white, and this gradient bronze called Glacier Blue, Onyx Gray, and Gradient Bronze. And here I have the gradient bronze. So it has 6GB plus 64GB of storage, and with 128 of storage, and then 8 128. And it has an SD card slot, so you have that along with it. It has LPDDR4 RAM plus UFS 2.2 storage, so it will feel fast, but not as fast as if you were to have a device with UFS 3.1 storage. It has a 6.67 AMOLED dot display at 120 Hz with a resolution of 1080p Full HD. It has 395 pixels per inch. It has 8-bit color at HDR10, sampling rate of 240 Hz. Camera is 108 megapixel with 8 megapixel and 5 megapixel and 2 megapixel quad camera. So the 8 megapixel wide angle camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide, with at 118 field of view. Then you have a 5 megapixel telemacro, and then you have a 2 megapixel depth. So you have a rear camera feature of a lot of stuff. You also have 4K at 30, at 1080 up to 60. And you have a 16 megapixel front camera, and that's it. So then you have 50 20 mAh battery at 33 watt fast charging in the box. And in the box you get your manual, your SIM card tool, warranty guide, and the clear, not clear, but like a TPU case and stuff like that, which I'm not going to use right now because I actually have another case on me. And then you have the phone. So it has NFC available by the on the market. You have an ARC side fingerprint sensor, and you also have AI face unlock. Now this supports dual 4G LTE bands. It also has Bluetooth 5.1 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Has Gorilla Glass 5 on this display. It supports HDR10 when playing HDR10 video. It has a dual speakers, 3.5mm headphone jack, high-res audio certification, high-res wireless audio, and it also has an SD card slot if I didn't mention that already. So if we pull this apart, it comes with, built on it, a screen protector, and holy heck, this, oh my god, this is actually beautiful. There's the camera here, no protective glass or film over that. There's, I believe, some sort of sensor for maybe laser focus, but I'm not actually too sure about that there. But this is just like a beautiful device. So let me turn this on, set it up, and we'll get back to it once I have it all done. So this is the Redmi Note 10 Pro. This is a $300 device. This one has 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of space. The extreme models are 6 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of space, 6 128 and 8 128. This phone I think is great. So over here I have the gold color, which is a nice color. I think it's a beautiful color. It has like gradient up and down. It has everything you need. So let's just talk about some around the phone. So there's a 108 megapixel camera. Then there is an 8 megapixel wide angle, 5 macro, and a 2 megapixel depth. And then there's a flash and some laser autofocus. And there's some red dot there. Doesn't actually do anything. And then on the top of the device, if we're looking around this some more, you have a headphone jack, speaker, microphone, and IR blaster. The right side you have a fingerprint and power, and you have volume up and down. On the bottom has a microphone or a speaker, USB-C that charges at 33 watts, and a microphone. Now this has dual speakers, of course, as you can see there. And then if you take a look at this SIM card tray, you can see exactly what it is. On the left side of the device, there is a SIM card tray that has dual SD card and SIM support, or dual SIM and SD card support. And in the front of the device, you get a 20 megapixel front-facing camera right here, which is in a hole punch, and you get like some sort of, it's very weird because you get this always-on display, but it's not always on display. As you can see, it turns off after 10 seconds. Like, don't call this an always-on display if this is literally just one of those ambient displays. Literally call it ambient display. Here, look, it turned off and it's been 10 seconds. Just call it ambient display. It makes no sense to call it anything else. And I don't know. So you get everything MIUI offers, whether you like that or not. That's what they have on here. Now there is a community. If you want custom ROMs for your device, you can get it. So again, MIUI, mine's running global 12.0.10 with display running at a refresh rate of 120 Hertz. So that's good. And the battery has been great. So if I go here, battery and performance, you can see it was charged at 100. I have about 4 hours of screen on time at 40% battery life. And everything else. So it's great. The fingerprint sensor, everything about this phone is pretty good. I actually like this phone. AMOLED screen, very, very vibrant. Now, what I have seen is some people say that they have flickering when you turn it down to like all the way low volume or brightness. I haven't seen that. I just haven't seen that on my device. Though I have had an issue where sometimes if I lock the device, I can't just double tap it to turn it on, and I can't just use a fingerprint. Sometimes it hangs on a black screen, and I have to wait like 30 seconds for it to turn on. Very annoying. Nothing I can do about that though, but it is very annoying. So let me go ahead, load up one of my videos, and we'll see what the speakers sound like. We'll take a look at my latest video here, which is a Poco X3 Pro. This is the Poco X3 Pro. Should you consider it? Let's find out. What I have here is a Xiaomi launch package. This is for the Poco X3 Pro. Now there's a bunch of cool things about this that I'll get into. So what they did was this. Now it's very vibrant. I like is this on my X3 Pro, the back of the phone would vibrate because it was plastic. So this top front of the phone, this back of this one does not vibrate at all. So if I load up a 4K HDR video here, as you can see, it says 480p for some reason. So I'm just gonna go back into the regular YouTube app here, YouTube, and search for 4K HDR. Click this because I know it's 4K HDR. As you can see, can I not specify? I was really stupid. 2160p HDR. So if I turn it sideways, if it works sideways for some reason, it's not. And I'll go to the beginning of the video here. Look, it just turns the brightness all the way up with HDR. Everything looks very, very vibrant over here. Just look at these colors. Very, very beautiful. This I like a lot. Now, once you slide away from there, it goes back to being auto brightness here. As you can see, it just turned back. I can swipe everything away. Now with this launcher, as you saw, swiping up and not sideways. Is that a new feature or something? This should be on all their launchers. Like, I like just swiping up to do things. It works. There's nothing wrong with it. Playing games on this phone, amazing. Doing everything you need to do on this phone is amazing. Calls work well, microphone works well, speakers work well, battery lasts a long time, charging is fast. Everything about this phone is great. And there's no drawbacks. Like, even the camera, like, I'm actually liking this camera. I'll insert camera samples here of what I have taken. quick video sample. So this is me holding my phone. This is without steady video on. As you can see, very, very smooth here. And yes, there is an option for steady video. To just shake my hand a little bit, you can see definitely isn't shaky, but just me moving it around, it's good, and this is what you hear from the microphone. So let's do this. If I focus right here, it'll autofocus really fast. As you can see, all these photos have like lightning focus. So if I focus right over here at this dust, it focuses and goes back, and then I can focus up here correctly, and then I can focus back down. All in all, this device, amazing. I like it. I think it's great. I think you should purchase it. Now, if you want to watch through, if you're still here and you want to watch through MIUI features, you can take a look at any of my other Xiaomi devices and their MIUI. Practically the same, the only difference is what operating system this one is running. Like, there's just a number and stuff, so you can see everything is the same from all my MIUI devices. No difference. Though, if you did like this video, please rate, comment, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.